Alright, today we're testing the Glock 21. This sample is a 21 retired police officer, so pay your respects. This is going to be a Glock 21 Generation 4, so got the nice 45 there. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be testing the case hardness. As we know that the Tennifer legendarily is supposed to be around 64 to 65. At least that's what everyone says. So we're going to test that on the slide and the barrel as well. So both have a very hard finish. You can see I've already kind of dibble-dabbled on this thing, and I put a divot there. Now, for now on, I'm going to be putting divots in here, but I had to test there because at the time I was thinking, well, we'll get onto that later. Alright, so this is a UCI tester. On this tester, you can test homogeneous still. And you're asking which is homogeneous still. Homogeneous still would be a Ruger LCP. That's a homogeneous still. With this little Ruger, it's going to test the exact same way on this machine and the analog machine. 29.4. There you go, 25.9. So I've tested this now with an analog machine, and that's the divot. And funny enough, they both came in at 26.1. So testing with that Ruger, you can use this machine, it'd be just fine. But most firearms of any, as long as they're not a Taurus or a Ruger, or some Rugers, you're gonna have a very hard case hardening. So with this Glock, for example, let's take one hit to show what's gonna happen here. Boom. So that's not going to give you the actual still underneath, but the cool thing is it gives you the case hardening. So I know 58 isn't quite 64, but at least that's how this thing's tested. Just a quick example. Now, this is an XD barrel. On this XD barrel, you'll see well, there they go. They did a Rockwell test on it themselves. Also, say on a Sig, not Sig, but a Smith & Wesson Shield, there's 2 hits, divots on that one, so they're trying to get a nominal hit. Also, the slides too. I believe I see some Rockwell testing on this Glock. I don't really see anything that, unless they snuck it in there with the point when. I don't think they did, but yeah, that'd be one way of doing it. So Glock, maybe they just have a very, confident heat treating process. Or they test one of the pistols on the line and destroy it. I have no idea how they do their testing. So what we're gonna do is reset this machine. Let's go. I shit you not, I shot this video just now and I tested the XD barrel. So I'm putting this over there. Alright, so I'll start with the slide. Here we go again. 57.9. Not quite the 64s or 65. 59.3. Pretty close, but not quite. 58.4. We're gonna take 5 hits, and that will be, I'll then divide those and get your nominal score. 59.6. Then we'll move over to the barrel, then we'll move over to the analog machine for the steel underneath. 57.2. Alright, so that's your slide. This is the actual Glock barrel. Alright, here we go. We'll do our first hit on here. So we gotta get on its case hardness 64. Hey, there you go. It's the barrel that's 64. All that talk of the slide being 64. 64.4. 65.8. 60. Oh, that's spicy. Glock's the mark of the beast. Alright, so one more. 66.5. So it's a very hard barrel coating finish. 66.5. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to move over to the analog machine and actually test the barrel and the slide, get that information, and post it to the interworlds. So let's get started. I hope you brought your appetite, because that's exactly how hard your Tennifer case hardness is on your Glock. Now, if you look at this right here, it says a Glock's Tennifer coating is as hard as industrial diamonds. Yeah, that's just not the case. Now, your barrel, if you look at this skull, is made out of feldspar. Feldspar is going to be as hard as the numbers I'm getting from the barrel. So a little bit harder than apatite. So now what I'm going to show you here is the scale. This is the Moore scale. Now you can kind of convert things to the Moore scale on some areas. It goes from 1 to 10 on the Moore scale, number 1 being talc or whatnot, and it's got to go all the way up to, say, let's stop at number 9, corundum. Corundum's going to be at 400. So it's going to make a really big jump from 9 to 10, though, because a diamond's going to be at 1600 on the absolute hardness. So you can see, if you can see that right there, apatite, it's going to be a number 5 on the Moore scale. So you can only imagine how hard an actual diamond is. Just wanted to get that off my chest. So let's get on to the numbers. Alright, we're going to conclude this video with the Blackboard of Knowledge, Glock 21. Remember, analog's got to be your still underneath of its hard, diamond hard, case hard. We're going to plow right through that diamond, right into that nice soft center. Now, on your UCI method, remember, it's got to be more of your, your nitriding, your Tennifer, your super hard Tennifer. So let's start with the analog for the slide. It's got to come in at 33.75 for the still underneath that diamond coating. And on the UCI on the slide, it's going to come in at 58.92. A lot of times I hear people say that their Tennifer on their slide is going to come in at 64, 65. Well, my result said 58.92. So, apatite. The barrel is going to come in at, the analog is going to come in at 45.25 Rockwell. And on the UCI method, it's going to come in at 65.46 feldspar. So your barrel is as hard as feldspar. That's what that's how hard your barrel is on its Tennifer coating. So there's your numbers on your Glock. Now we know. Until next time, we'll see you then.